So let's look at career planning. Often graduates can feel a little overwhelmed at the prospect of having to make the decision that's going to affect the rest of their career and indeed their life. But it's worth remembering that career planning is not a single activity. And actually, the sorts of decisions that you're making now are probably only going to impact the first year or 2 years of your life and your career. So bring it back in and think, actually, what is it that I want to be gaining in a short amount of time, perhaps a year, 2 years' time. You've got 35, 40 odd years to build that career and your future. So it's worth just taking stock there. Sometimes this can be quite difficult advice to take on board when well-meaning friends and family might have actually always known what they wanted to do, and perhaps come from a time where they have always been in that one company and there's been a clearly defined progression and ladder upwards. But actually in today's job market, which is increasingly globalized and sometimes quite competitive, change is the norm. So this all means that it's worth putting an initial strategy in place and an initial planning in place to actually think about what is it that I need now. And career planning should be a lifelong learning process of thinking about what you enjoy, what you're good at, gaining that experience, reflecting on it, moving on and gaining something else. So a well-known career development tool that can help you with this planning is called DOTS. And this was implemented and created by Law and Watts. And it includes self-awareness, really understanding and appreciating who you are, what you stand for, your skills, your personality, but also your motivators, your values, and what you need. The second area is opportunity awareness. This is understanding and researching the market depending on that self-awareness that you've just been looking at. So it's identifying that way forward. It's looking at types of work, its employers, what's available to you. The third area is decision making. That's about clearly making the decisions based on the work that you've already done. What are your priorities? Are there any contingency plans that you can put in place? And really identifying that route forward. And then the final area is take action. And that's very much moving forward. It's about creating effective paperwork in the sense of CVs, covering letters, application forms, but also preparing for interview. But it doesn't stop there. You go through that process and this cycle is ongoing. It's that constant lifelong career cycle of reflecting, researching, implementing, gaining that experience and moving on. And this will move on throughout your career. So our advice to you is to keep your options open. Really test things out. See what you like and what you don't like, both home and abroad. Really look at the breadth of the graduate labour market. At this early stage, no option should be thrown out of the equation. And if you get stuck, just think actually what's one thing that I can do to help me move forward? And that might be volunteering. It might be engaging in a professional body. It might be getting some experience in a club or society. So really test things out, be open, learn from this experience because it can really help you think about and assess what's important to you for the future. Good luck.